Bonjour tout le monde and welcome to Musings of a Fox. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Gabrielle. Yes, that intro was partly in French. Welcome to my channel where I discuss fashion, hair, makeup, and fat body positivity. If you want to see me serving looks and mental health awareness, you can follow me here on Instagram. So as the title says, this video I will be teaching you how I do a retro style vintage inspired let's get all those caveats in there before any of the historians come for me. This is a retro vintage inspired hair. It's kind of my version of old Hollywood glam, and the main tool I use is this beautiful, wonderful, magical tool right here. This is the Hot Tools Pro Wand. This is my preferred curling tool of all curling tools. I do have typical barrel wands and I do have a flat iron that I love, but this is my pride and joy. This is the one that gives me my most iconic, longest lasting curls, and that is the one I will be showing you guys today. This iron I usually have to take up into the 400s because I have incredibly thick hair that is very stubborn when it comes to curling irons. I can get flat iron curls a lot easier at a lower temperature, but when it comes to a wand I need to get up to the 400s, but these curls can last me for days. The three important tools you need for this look are a curling wand or iron, a non-hair covered, oh that's embarrassing, a boar bristle brush, and a epic crap ton of bobby pins. Like, so many bobby pins. So this video was voted for by my followers on Instagram and those of you who are subscribed to me here on YouTube on my community page. So if you'd like to have a say in what videos appear on my channel, make sure you are subscribed. The first thing you need to do is figure out which way you're going to part your hair, because old Hollywood glam needs a side swept look. I prefer to part my hair to the right, and then I line up my part with about the arch of my eyebrow. That seems to balance it out where it doesn't look too over flipped. Most of us have a preferred side of our face, so I like to part my hair in the side that showcases my favorite part of my face. Then you can kind of cascade your hair over your other half of your face and go for a Veronica Lake look later on. And then you're going to want to put up at least half of it to get it out of the way as we work from the bottom up. Welcome to the half up, half down hair that I insisted looked cute in 2003. Before I dive into the actual curling, I want to kind of give you the steps so that it doesn't just seem like I'm throwing a bunch at you. What we're going to do is we're going to set each curl. For these more vintage style curls, we really want that curl to be deep set. So I'm going to go through this on non-curled hair to show you guys what I'm doing, because once I get into it, it has to go kind of quick. And so I'm going to show you on just regular hair. Modern curls are usually done away from your face. We're actually going to curl in. So when you take the curling wand, you're going to wrap this way, and once the curl is curled, you're going to take your tails and you're going to roll it up as if you were doing like a wet set or just kind of like a fruit or reverse fruit roll up of your hair. And then you're going to take a bobby pin. Like I said, this is going to take a while. This is not a quick and easy hair. And then you're going to slide that bobby pin, pinning all the layers of the curl tightly to your head, like that. And you're going to do this over your whole head. So I'm going to show you several curls, I'm going to show you several pins, and I'm going to kind of speed it up so you don't watch all about 60 curls that I'm going to do on my head. Here is my iron. It is on and set to about 400. I usually take a piece of hair, because I have really thick hair, about an inch or so wide and not too thick. And then I usually have my iron pointing down, the top of it pointing towards my shoulder. And then I wrap the hair like this. Try your best without burning your fingers to get every last inch of the ends of your hair, because if they don't get curled, they look very modern and a bit strange when you're trying to do a more retro style hair. You don't have to hold it as long as you might normally hold a curl. I usually have to hold my curls for about 20 seconds. I try to hold them for only about 10 when I'm doing it this way, because it is going to be set. And then you're going to wrap it this way. Go all the way up to your temple. And do it. There you go. The nice saving grace to this thing is that the lower half of your curls don't have to look perfect. They just have to have a lot of volume. So you want to make sure that you curl up to your root because that creates the volume and the big hair of the Hollywood Glam look. But it's mostly the top layer that needs to be done more pristine. So you'll have gotten a lot of practice as you go around the rest of your head by the time you get to the top layer. And that's the one that you want to look shiny and perfect and nice. So everyone is a little bit different, has their own opinions when it comes to heat treatment styling products. My hair, the more I put in it, the less it likes to curl. So I usually blow dry my hair with a heat treatment styling cream. That way my hair is already heat protected before I even get to the curling iron, and then I finish off with a spray. So we have several here. It starts to kind of look like a weird wig from the 1700s, but obviously we're going to take them out and brush it out. But I'm going to keep going around the rest of the back of my head, and I will meet you on this side. Gotta get some ambidextrousness going on and curl towards your face. So we take this curl and you kind of follow the way your hair is going, and you're going to have to kind of almost feel like you're uncurling the curl because your curl obviously twists, and you just need to kind of get your hair flat, but as you roll it in the curl, it's going to take back its curl. Seems a little counterintuitive, I know, but trust me, the results in the end are beautiful. Sometimes my trick is I curl up this way so I can have all the room, and then I rotate it back down to do the hold. Like I said, it takes a little bit of time to get used to like how to uncurl the curl, but again, you just want a lot of volume on your bottom layers. You have time to learn it, perfect it before you get to the top. That's the part that everyone sees anyway. Alright, so once your bottom layer is down, you can take down your top layer. Because my hair is so thick, I still have to break this into yet another chunk for me. Hopefully you don't have to do the same for you. But that means I'm going to take about, leave this much down and still leave this for the pièce de résistance. Make it another cute little awkward bun on the top of my head. I know they always say beauty is pain. I think beauty is awkward. Beauty is definitely awkward. This hair will be the most public facing, so every piece I'm doing I am now brushing nice and clean before I curl them. So I'm not curling in any kinks or any weird bends. I'm also holding the hair pretty tight to get a nice uniform curl. And we're going to take these a little less close to the head because we don't want the volume visible. You always want your volume to be kind of secret, so we don't want big, heightened, poofy hair at our roots. So we're going to take this a little bit, about 2 inches from the roots. Cute little Marie Antoinette curl there. Alright, I'm going to finish up the rest of this side and do the same curling inward on this side, and I will meet you for the poofy top. We are finally at the final piece. Been doing this for an hour and a half. The idea of an undercut and a side shave and being a bald-headed person is very very intriguing to me right this moment. I'm tired and I'm hot. But we're almost done, and it will be so worth it because, as I said, this style will last for days. So it's like you do it once and then you at least have half a week's worth of hair styled and done. But I want to show you guys as close and in-depth detail of a curl I can without like being microscopic. So you do this and then you follow the curl, kind of untwisting the curl as you go. And then once you get to a certain point, you kind of don't have to twist anymore. And then you just roll up your head. And you're like this. Have our sweet little chunky loop. Usually those of us who have longer hair, these loops get kind of chunky. And you just have it like that. Obviously this hairstyle takes forever, so it's definitely not a quick, easy 10-minute look. I will eventually get around to posting my quicker looks. I do just have insanely thick hair, so there is pretty much nothing I can do in less than 30 minutes that aren't like things where I did overnight. So my hair will never be the quick and easy, but I think it's still important to show it because, you know, for the longest time I didn't think I could do anything fun or exciting with my hair because it's so long and it's so much. But I still think it's important that thick-haired folks have tutorials and have videos and have people show them that you can do lots of fun things with thick hair. Thick hair is not entirely a curse. It can be a blessing for a lot of hairstyles, so I'll be going into that more and more, showing off what thick hair can do. You want to let your pin curl set for at least an hour. So my ideal way of doing this is I do my hair first and then I do my face makeup, which usually takes me about an hour if I have time to nicely do it therapeutically. And I use all that time to just let the hair cool and the curls really set. Alright, so for this big front swoop, we're going to take a nice, big, thick, chunky piece. We're going to curl her nice and tight in the front. Alright, final curl to wrap up this way if I can. Final big swoopy bit for the front. So I want to make sure it's definitely perfect. Alrighty. So we used about 60 something pins. Use the whole 48 pack, half of another 48 pack. Alright guys, I'm going to go have some lunch. I'm going to put on my face and I will see you to take all these bad boys out. So now it's time to take out all of these lovely bobby pins, and there's nothing special you have to do when you're taking these out. You don't have to like do anything to the curl. You're just gonna pull them out and have some wild looking like Merida from Brave kind of hair. So they should come out looking just like very set curls. They may have a bit of looseness to them. They're not going to be as tight as they would have been fresh from the curling line. You also like rolled them, so they're going to look a little bit different. This is going to take 8 billion years. I have so many. You don't need to do it in a special section. You just want to make sure that you leave anything that was supposed to be this side on this side and vice versa. You don't want to be mixing up curl directions. I don't know what that would look like brushed out, but I'm sure it would look a little strange. Try not to forget any. Oh my gosh. It's a good arm workout. Okay, we have like 8 that have been freed. Okay, it's gonna be a while. Oh, this is not the look we were going for. This is my favorite part. So the reason for using a boar bristle type brush is that there are just so many like micro combs inside this. So this is really going to get into all the hairs, and you're going to do it very gently, not trying to rip out your hair. Very gently brush out the curls until they become these beautiful waves. So you want to brush it, guide your hand so that it's straight until the very end. And you want to start doing that with the back of your head. Just kind of brush it through a little bit first. And then get your hand under there to kind of guide it and then form the curls at the bottom. I'm going to try and give yourself some volume here at the front. So you're going to kind of back comb a little bit. You put your brush here, and then behind your hair you're going to kind of brush some of like little looser hairs in between to be your volume. That's what keeps it from modern waves, is this kind of crown poof at the top. It's a lot of little zhuzhes. The nice thing is that the hair will kind of interlock, so it kind of glues itself to itself. So again, smooth, smooth, smooth. Poof. You want to keep a little of that curling volume here. And then to make sure that stays in place, I like to use the non-aerosol hairspray from Davines. That kind of smells like marshmallows to me. Also gives it shine. And again, it makes it smell amazing. If you like masculine scents, I recommend the Chi Enviro 54 spray. This one definitely helps my curls last for days. It just smells like Axe body spray from the 2000s, and this one smells like marshmallows. The more you brush it, the more you get the deeper set wave. So that is definitely fun. Alrighty everyone, and there we have my take on the vintage old Hollywood glamour hair. It took us like 4 or 5 hours. So it is a hairstyle that you have to commit to giving your day to doing. It's not quick and easy, but the results are beautiful and they last a number of days. Thank you again to everyone on Instagram who voted for this video. For those of you who voted for flat iron curls, I promise you I will get those eventually. I'm just gonna need a little bit of a step away from the irons for a minute because this Bay Area heat is kicking my butt. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next time. Bye!